What up, world? Shit, you tuned in. South Arkansas. Trill Talk, part 83. Coming up, we got Ronel Williams. You know what I'm saying? Beast on the comic. You know what I'm saying? He been doing the thing for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I salute him out there. You know what I'm saying? He was in the movie Hog Tie with us out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Theodore Russell, Tamoja. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing on it. You know what I'm saying? Called Hog Tie. Check it out. Tamoja watched him. Beast on the camera. She had Killer Wayne. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing, you know. Ronel, he was in it. You know what I'm saying? Comic, been doing his comic thing for a minute out there, man. I'm going to get him up. I see him on time today. I feel like, oh, he on time today. I can't believe this. I'm like, shit, man, I just, you know what I'm saying, making sense to make life, you know what I'm saying? And I salute everybody out there that fuck with me out there. And, you know what I'm saying? Hit you up, man. Hit me back, man. It look like I'm about to do my fundraiser out here or something. Promissory note or something. You know what I'm saying? But it's reality of, man. I keep a smile on my face and I keep pushing through everything, man. But I'm going to go on and bring them out. Ronel Williams, y'all tune in, man. You know what I'm saying? Funny dude, been doing his thing, man. Years, I'm gonna let him tell it by himself, man. You know what I'm saying? Tune in, South Arkansas, Trill Talk, part 83. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, man, we go chasing over here. What's up? What's up, homie?
What's going on, man? What's happening, man?
Not shit. Man, I've been trying to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, somebody stole my Instagram page out there. You know, they try to get us out here to get all this motherfucking the Bitcoin shit. Then they get your page shit, talking about you want some money and all that bullshit. So, you know, they probably got this Kadeem, bro. That's why I say I've been trying to reach out to you, man. Hey, tell them who he is, man. I'm gonna get us some more people here and tell them how you been a beast on the comic and tell them what you got going on out there, man.
Shoot, man, it's just Ronel Williams, man. I do stand-up comedy, spoken word poetry, promote live entertainment events. You know, event curator. I bring amazing live experience, man, to different venues and different locations so everybody can enjoy. Also, you know, I'm also a haircut model. You know what I'm saying? Just to let them know that the waves and the hair is still amazing, flawless. A lot of great stuff going on, man, out here in Arkansas, man. So yeah, man, it's a lot, man. It's really too much to just you know, sum up in a few words, but you know, just a little bit of what's happening.
That's what's up. Shit, man. What inspired you out there to, you know what I'm saying, do your comic thing, man? What pain story can you relate to out there that gave you that drive out there that made you want to get back in the laughter out there?
Actually, I'm gonna tell you how it all started out, man. It actually started out with me. I was working at this corporate job, man, and they had a talent show, man, and I just wanted something different, man. You know, a lot of people do singing and you know, do different little things in talent shows, and you know, they wanted like some comedy involved in it. So it was a pretty big company that I was working for. So it was like I got a chance to perform for like 2,000 people, and they broke it up into like 5 different shows, and it was like back to back to back to back. And you know, since I was doing something different, they had me headlining every show, man. I think I probably had like a 10-minute set or something like that. And man, it was just like the highlight of the talent show, man. So you know, the next day I was at work, man, and everybody was like, man, you did great, man. Where can I catch you at? Or where do you do comedy at? I was like, man, that was my first time ever doing stand-up. So yeah. The fact that I had such an amazing experience and had so much exposure, my actual first time doing stand-up, man, that actually you know, fueled me and gave me the energy and gave me the drive to say that, hey, man, I can actually, you know, this is something I can actually do, you know, and be successful at it. So after that show, probably a couple months later, man, I was like, no joke, man, this is a true story. I was at the Verizon Arena, man, or I think it might have been called the All, but you know, or it's called Simmons now or whatever. But I was at a Barry Manilow concert, man, And you know, you know how expensive
Yeah.
drinks is, man, at the how expensive drinks are at a concert. So, you know, me being very cheap and frugal, man, what I did was I decided to go leave the concert. 'Cause it was a long concert, man. Leave the concert, go to the bar down the street, man. Go get lit down there. Right next to the bar, it's called Cregan's, I believe. Right next to that is this place called the Joint Stand-Up Comedy Club. It's down, or it's called the Joint Comedy Club and Theater, and it's down there in the Argenta area, right off Main Street, right there in downtown North Little Rock, man. And I open mic. Well, I met the guy that runs the open mic, and he said, "Hey, come by here." I think the concert was on a Monday. He told me to come back that next day, which was that Tuesday, man. I got on stage and I hit my first open mic, and that's how I officially really just, you know, started. And from there, man, I just started hitting all the mics that was around, man, and just boom, boom, boom. And it was just something I was passionate about and fell in love with, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, because, you know, a lot of people that know, like, Dolomite from Arkansas, you feel me?
Yeah.
And, like, he was a people that I didn't even know that till I started doing research, and, you know, JJ, and then you got Cheryl Underwood out there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's some comments that you collided with recently in the past, you know, due to going on the road? How's that challenging of getting shows from people that's from Arkansas too? Do y'all all be on the same little tour, or y'all have to pick your own toe to go on?
So really how it works is, man, to be honest, like comedy it's really kind of a small world, even though it seems like it's 1,000, you know, it's a whole bunch of people out there doing their thing. It's really, really small, especially if you out there really, you know, hitting the scene or whatever, man. What I noticed is, like, a lot of comics that may have came through Little Rock, when I end up going to their city, I end up running into them. Or like when people come in through town or whatever, you know, you exchange the information through social media or whatever, you kind of keep up with what's going on with them or whatever. So, you know, when I hit the road, man, or when I'm going somewhere, 9 times out of 10, I know somebody that's actually in that city or that's been to that city that can point me in the right direction, you know. It's to me, it's a lot. It's different than rap. To me, I don't know about anybody else's personal experience, but, like, you know, rap is extremely saturated, and there's not a lot of you know, people trying to help each other out, you know. But it's just like anything else, you know. There's gonna be people that's hating. There's gonna be people that that you don't get along with. But for the most part, man, it's a pretty supportive community, man. And you know, people that if they like you, man, usually when you go out of town, people do show you more love because you're a new, fresh face. You know what I'm saying? See that often. They don't have to necessarily, and usually you're in a different lane. So you know, when you go out of town, it's you know, it's more, to me, I feel like a lot of people do show you more love. I wouldn't say necessarily show you more love, but you know, it's easier to network when you go out of town than when it's in town, because, like, in town, people feel like, you know, they're trying to be the king of that city or the king of that area, or, you know, they trying to run this certain area or whatever. And, you know, it can be competitive, but for the most part, you know, it is competitive, but it's a lot of support out there, man, for real. It's a lot of support in and out of state. I think Little Rock has or Arkansas has a really good scene as when it comes to people working with each other. I'm sure there'll be some people that don't like each other or whatever, but I mean, to me, it's not like just as cutthroat as I've seen in other cities, you know, amongst their community within that area. So, yeah.
What do you think about the support on, you think, more white or more black, due to, you know, black people always want to deal, you feel me? Or they have to see your money first, or they want to spend their money type stuff, or, you know, just give it a different vibe out there on who can you say, because I don't like putting a color barrier on laughter, but what can you say about, you know, like in the city or where you've been, where more support came from, the white crowd or the black crowd? Because, you know, black people, they'll pay a certain amount. Like, let's say you go to come and show out of the city, they'll pay $30, $40 to go somewhere like that. You feel me? You can't get a nigga pay $10 sometimes. You feel me? What can you say about that support with our own race and other races out there? Do you feel like your style of comedy is more attracted to the white race, black race, Hispanic race? What can you say about how you got more love out there as you travel?
Well, I say this about that. It all depends on who your target audience is. It depends on who's your target demographic. It When it comes to support, I've seen it on both sides. I can't
Yeah,
really say that one side is better than the other. I've had
yeah,
good experiences and bad experiences. Dealing with both of them. So with all different type of people. So I wouldn't necessarily say that there is a race issue necessarily to me. It's all depends on like who your target audience is, how you go about trying to connect with that audience. Because
yeah,
and I mean, I understand where you come from. Yeah, a lot of black people feel like people say like, oh man, black people always want to deal, but that's because I mean that's who you dealing with. If
yeah,
you 95, if you mainly 95% deal with black people, then 9 times out of 10 you may have more bad experiences with those people is because of the fact that that's who you dealing with all the time. And if you got a
yeah,
small interaction with white people and you know what I'm saying, you had a really good experience a few times with that, that's going to stick out in your mind more because it seems like every time you deal with a white person you're getting treated better, but it's the fact that most of the time in your life or in your experiences you're dealing with black people or whatever. But it all depends on who your audience is, who you're trying to connect with, who you hang out with in your inner circle, and who you're trying to reach out to. So hey man, it's been different. One thing about Arkansas, I feel like it is probably a little bit more segregated. Well, it is a lot more segregated than other places that I've been to. But it's anywhere you go, there's certain places like there's certain comedy clubs that really target this certain demographic. And then there's other
yeah,
like think about it. You think about it like Def Comedy Jams. That wasn't targeted towards high end white people. Their
yeah,
target market was black people, the average Joe or whatever. It depends on what experiences you can relate to. Because I've been traveling all over the place for a long time because I was in military family or whatever. So
yeah.
I reach out to different people because of the fact that I've had the opportunity to share different type of experiences where I can relate to different type of people. So
What do you think about like on that part right there of like you think it's based upon getting good shows from good promotion out there, or it based upon a person that like if you promote a good show, you should get a good show. You feel me? You think bad promotion the only reason why people don't come out and support the
oh
comics
yeah, that's
sometimes?
the thing I want to touch on. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that might not come out to certain events due to the fact that they've been burnt in the past. They've tried
Yeah,
to support events, and maybe somebody said that, hey, if you get VIP, you get this, that, and the third.
yeah,
And then you pay for this VIP experience, and you don't, they don't deliver on what they promised, in the package or whatever, or just the whole event in general. Certain people supposed to be there that may not be there, or they just lied about the whole, well, not necessarily lied, but well, yeah, lied, or it was very misleading. How the event was supposed to go, or some people may have in their mind how they want the experience to be, and when they get there, it's something different. So it's all about how things are promoted, how events are actually put together, how they're curated. A lot of people it's a lot of people expect different things. Some people expect excellent bar service. They expect food to
yeah,
be location or a place to have a kitchen or to serve certain things. So as long as people put up front, what to expect, and things like that, then some people just got a bad name. It's just
yeah,
regardless what it is, no matter whatever they do, nobody's gonna come out to that event because maybe they may have had a bad experience in the past. But yeah, definitely got a lot to do with who's putting the event together. I think the venue has a major impact of you know, on how that may work out for certain events. So yeah, there's a lot of different factors that come into play on you know, a great production or a great experience for a person. So
What you think about, like you said, the venue? Sometimes, do you think the state they help a lot of comics? Because you know, sometimes like the big events come to the city. Do you think that they actually support the local comics out there due to, you know, they'll go over and pay 20,000 for an outsider, but they won't even pay that, even 500 to an inside. What can you say about that part of who deserve to get paid these days on the, you know what I'm saying? Do they supposed to support their local comics out there? Because like I
I'm
say, it's a lot of people, they good all over the state, but that be the biggest problem. They don't get no support on, you know what I'm saying, anybody on like events that come to the city. They don't get a chance to get to show their talent out there because the venues don't pay nothing for the local, but they're quick to pay somebody on the outside. What can you say about that local support?
I'm gonna say this about that, and that's a good question. Because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. You know, being a person that's you know, being paid to perform, like being a comic that's being paid to perform, and a person that's actually putting an event together. You know, trying to producing an actual event or a comedy show. Um, when it comes to being paid, it's about the quality of the actual entertainer that you're bringing out, and also the amount of pull that person has does matter as well. Because at the end of the day, as a promoter, you want to sell out shows or have you know, a great turnout to get a return on your investment. You know, nobody's out here throwing shows
Yeah,
and doing shit like that for free. You know, they got to pay for the venue. They do got to pay for that headline or whatever. Um, but it all depends on how people promote themselves as an artist. You know, what you're willing to accept. You know, knowing what your worth is, because you know, some you might not be able to bring a lot of people out, but the people that you know, that's for one, that's really the headliner's job. You know what I'm saying? It is to fill a lot of those seats, but the opening acts are there to get people prepared for the headliner, and also to kind of fill in them gaps that the headliner didn't you know, bring out. Because also, with that being said, you know, if you are that good of an artist or whatever, or you know, a comic, you should have the ability, you know, to be able to put some asses in them seats. You know,
yeah,
let me see what else I wanted to talk about on that. Um, and it also depends on who's putting on the show. You know what I mean? Sometimes a lot of these really big shows, a lot of people don't know that a lot of these really big shows, there are, you know, some people that are out of town. They don't know nobody that's in this city, really. You know, they're just coming through to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? They got these,
yeah,
you know, these people. They got a budget. You know, they have the ability to go and pay certain people. Um, a lot of this comes from people trying to get exposure. You know, they know that you know, some comics that are good, you know, want to get on these bigger shows and want to get you know, be in a more professional setting. Will do a lot of these shows for free or next to nothing. So you know, with that being said, that kind of can play some factors into how that works out. But and it's all about networking, man. It's all about networking. Because like when these people do come in, a lot of times they look around and they want to see who's buzzing, who got a name out there, who's doing a lot.
yeah,
You know, a lot of that comes from the actual comic, you know, how they're promoting themselves, you know, getting themselves out there. Because like nobody's just gonna come find you. You know,
yeah.
and
Do you think?
lab, that's something different. You know, a lot of gigs that have gotten are from word of mouth. You know, I've done an event for somebody else, and somebody seen me on stage, or somebody knows that I do comedy, and if somebody's looking for a comic, you know, to fill a spot or to do something, you know, anything in video, film, or whatever, because you know, just it's networking is very very important on in that aspect. Like I said, when it comes to comedy, it's really, it's not big. I mean, it's not a whole lot of, it's not as big as people think it is, man. Everybody pretty much know everybody, especially in every city. know, you go to the city, you be like, oh, you know, such and such. If they don't know you, that means you really ain't doing shit in that city, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be doing shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if the comics don't know you or whatever, the people that's actually on the scene, then, you know, that's how that work out. So.
What do you think about that part of what you're saying? Like, everybody want to use Ticketmaster. You feel me? And do you feel like the person that can get out there and grind and sell them tickets, bring their own crowd out for the night and all that, due to the circumstance, you think them the ones need to start getting paid based upon you can bring the crowd out? You feel me? You don't use Ticketmaster to support your events out there more than you can get out of your trunk and do it yourself. What can you say to ones that bring that grind out of their city from bringing people out? Do you think that plays a big part on who get a big check for the night? Because, you know, sometimes people only use the promotion side to do that, but the ones that get out there from the barbershops to this, to that, now they grind out to get it out there. You feel me? What can you say about that part, the ones that bring the city out?
Okay, yeah, more than likely, yeah, without a question, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they definitely deserve to get paid whatever they asking for. You know, everybody's fee is different. So,
Yeah.
you know, with that being said, but really, to be honest, instead of, you know, what I learned early, this is one thing I learned early when I started doing comedy, is that, like, if you're getting booked in gigs, especially when you're starting out, you ain't gonna get paid a lot of money. And if you already do have a fan base, or if you know something, man, produce your own show, man. You know, if
Yeah.
coming out to see you, don't complain about you not getting paid. Just produce your own show. You know, I know it sounds easier said than done, but man, after you be on a few shows and stuff like that, you know, if you really just pay attention to what's happening, you know, it's not hard. Now, it's different. Some people really care about the business side of it. And, you know, when I got into comedy, I was interested in the business side very early in it. And so that was one thing that kind of motivated me to be able to produce my own shows and things like that, because I was like, I see what people are doing and I felt like I could do it. So, like, when I started, it didn't take me long to start producing my own shows. Not long. It didn't take me very long at all. You know, some people, you know, just do stand up and wait for people to get booked and get upset that they're not getting booked shows. But if you're producing your own event, you know, you got your own platform, then, I mean, you can't nobody really tell you anything. I mean, it's up to you to promote it and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, it's gonna be some work involved. You
Yeah,
know,
hell yeah.
you're gonna have to get off your ass and you're gonna have to grind. But, you know, with that being said and done, I mean, the fruits of the labor is amazing, bro. You know, when you produce your own event, you know, cards at the door, you know, and stuff like that. You ain't got to worry about, you know, somebody paying you or you're not getting paid or whatever, you know, because from there you can decide how much you want to take out of it. You know, you the boss. You putting yourself in control of your own destiny, pretty much. Because, you know, if you curated this event. Now, the thing about that is it's you know, it's just like anytime you produce anything, you know, it's a gamble. You know, you could take, you just a high probability you could take some losses, you know, when you start a show out, you know, from paying out the venue to, you know, paying anybody else that's on the show, you know, equipment, getting everything set up or whatever. You know, it's a lot of small details that's involved with things like that a lot of people don't think about either. But I don't know if I answer your question, but
Yeah, you answered. Just what I was saying about the venue part of, you know, people bring the city out, they should get paid the most and stuff like that. You answered it. We gonna slide down through the question now since we are in a duck. Like, what do you think about, you know, like, because I know you're doing a comic and, you know, you can know what to say and what not to say. What's the opinion? Like, you know, people get offended easy out there of certain stuff, because, like, you know, you speak on certain stuff out there as a comic, you know what I'm saying? You know, people want to blackball you after a while. What can you say about that world of the comics from that and from the dress world? Well, you got to put on a dress now to get on. Could you say that part of being like that? What you gonna feel of that? Of how people get on when it comes to the comic world these days?
Man, something. I mean, everybody got their own lane, man. You know, that's not something I'm interested in doing at all. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not my cup of tea. But hey, man, like, you know, everybody got their own opinions. You know, what's
Yeah.
funny to you might not be funny to me. So you know, it's not my job to pass judgment. You know, their job is to find an audience, and if that's
Yeah.
the audience that like that kind of stuff, more power to them. You know, on the topic of cancel culture and stuff like that, I'll say it like this, man. As a comic, man, if you make a joke about something and that's your stance on it, just stand on that. You know,
Yeah.
where people really shoot people down is people that flip flop and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they'll talk bad about something and that now they on that team or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, not to say that people don't change, but you know, people that's just flip flopping to appease everybody, those are the people that really get X'd out because you trying to ride the fence and they like, hey, you need to pick a side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you don't pick your side or whatever, if you keep jumping over the fence, then what's gonna end up happening? You done piss off this side. Now you done piss off this side. Now you X'd out. You know, that's how that cancel culture is out when you done piss off both sides. Can't nobody cancel you if half the people still rocking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if this is your stance on whatever joke that you deliver, and that's how you feel, bro, there's gonna be a ton of people that support that stance. You know, now if they now support that openly or not, then you know that's a different story. But that's a lot of people that like secretly like. That's the thing about comedy, man. You know, you can say some stuff. You're like, damn, this shit might be offensive, or some people might get mad.
Yeah.
The job of comics is to say shit that normally people can't say because they live in this, you know, PG world.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the fucking word I'm looking for? This, you know, you know, they
Jazz world.
you know, they may have a certain job and they gotta keep this image, and you know,
Yeah.
they let people know that they think that this shit is funny, or you know that they don't like this shit or whatever, because you know a lot of people just like to please people, and you know a lot of people just think other people view them, but like as a comic, you know, at the end of the day, you really do gotta have tough skin, because one, you know, you telling jokes about a lot of stuff. You're gonna joke about a lot of different people, a lot of different things, and you're gonna eventually offend somebody. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
There ain't no way in the world that you can just be like, there's not one comic where people's just like, I love that guy, and there's one person that's not offended about that. But like when it comes to like telling jokes or whatever you want to do, bro, if that's how you feel deep down in your heart, rock with it. Then don't apologize for it. I mean, that's how you feel. You know, don't apologize for being you and how you feel. If somebody don't like it, just don't fuck with them. Bottom line.
Hey, you ain't got your ass kicked out there, have you? After you said something, nigga looking for you out the show, ready to get you. I mean, you ain't never seen that. Nigga ain't want to whoop your ass out there making one of them fucked up jokes. What can you say about that?
Had that. I've never been on. Now, in the middle of a set, I've had people say some stuff, you know, try to heckle, but may not agree with, you know, whatever I may have to say. But overall, no, man, I've never had a debacle about anything. The only time I really had some issue is one time I was at a radio station, man, and me and this rep got into it, man, and that escalated into this like year-long feud that ended up in a boxing match that we ended up promoting, and at the end of the day, everybody got a bag, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but outside of that, nah, man, I ain't never had nobody.
Hey, could you been Will Smith coming up there smacking you, and you just took it, you didn't do nothing? Could you been a Chris Rock?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this about that. I that situation, so I don't know how I was gonna react. It's easy for niggas to say, man, hell no, if that would have been me, man, I would have whooped that motherfucker's ass. Man, that in years, would you think
it was staged though? You think it was staged?
You say what?
You think it was staged? Like that was just a bad moment?
Man, it wouldn't surprise me. I'll say this about that: it wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it was staged though. I think
Yeah,
it's something going on with Will. You know what I'm saying, in his personal life that may
yeah,
possibly act out like that. But yeah, but
yeah, yeah,
that drug situation, bro. Like, if I wouldn't. I think I would have been shocked and appalled because at the same time, this is this is like an elite event. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the
yeah,
BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? Or no, no Hood Classic Awards or something. People have
yeah,
they asked to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? And nobody is. It's been different if he was going to a rap concert or something, and niggas is coming with it on their mind. It's like, hey,
yeah, yeah,
where you're at an event to celebrate and give flowers to people that have performed and done amazing to celebrate people's work and the creations that they created, that everybody has come together and said, hey, this shit is dope. And for that to happen, something like that to happen, I don't know, man. That's crazy. I know one thing. Yeah, I was at
Hey,
that though.
yeah. Hey, what we gonna go relationship 2022, but we gonna talk about, okay, like you say, when you start out being a comic, you know what I'm saying, you ain't making no money, right? You know what I'm saying, based upon, you know, what the support of relationship wise. It's like a rapper and your woman don't, nigga, you ain't made no money out there. You ain't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? But this your passion, this your dream, this what you choose to be, right?
Mhm.
How do it feel like, oh, okay, you trying to be the funny guy here, but on even getting niggas getting a woman took like that, the position of a nigga ain't successful yet, cause it seem like all successful coming, they have to be successful first before they even show their wife or their family into that. How is it challenging for relationships trying to be a comic out there and knowing you ain't making no money? Your wife like, look, nigga, get you a real job. Stop chasing these highways out here for $100, $200 and shit, and that ain't gonna pay no bill. You feel me? What can you say about the relationships when it comes to people starting off, and when it comes to the ones that's out there doing their thing? Do you think it make love better, or you have to have a supportive person to know what you're trying to do out there? What can you say about the relationship part?
I'm gonna say this about that. When I moved into comedy, I was fresh out of a divorce. You know what I'm saying? So kind
Yeah,
of like something I dove into to kind of cope with what I had going on in my life. So
yeah,
really beginning like that, I really didn't have any issues like that. To be 100% honest, man, that didn't bother me. That didn't, because I was a single kind of guy. I was a single dude. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it for me was, I got monetized pretty quick, man. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I actually looked at it and I looked at it and I said, how can I make this work for me? Now, was I getting fucking buku bucks and all, man?
yeah,
So I had a full-time job though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So that helped out a whole lot. The fact that I already had a job and I was, and this comedy thing was just something that I was just trying to get started off as, start to, try to crank off. But man, one thing about that is the money gonna come, man. When you passionate about
yeah,
something and you putting out quality, that money starts rolling in, man, because you start getting more exposure. More events is happening, man. People start recommending you to start doing things, and that's how it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen like that, man. You got to go out of town, man, because there's a lot of times that I drove out of town, bro, for nothing, man. Like I wasn't getting paid.
yeah,
I just wanted to be in this city. I wanted to check this scene out. I wanted to see what's happening. I looked at it more as an investment than as a loss.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, you got to invest in yourself. If you think of it as, yo, this is investment, you think of it from that mindset, that's gonna come back at you. Because there's a lot of times that I went out of town, man. Like in Memphis, man. I went to Memphis. I was doing mics and showing up to shows and opening up for people and things like that. And I got, I got connected out there, man. And next thing I know, I'm getting called to come out and do paid shows, doing church events, getting linked up with different people, man. It's interesting out there. One thing about it, you never know who's out there watching, man. You never know who's watching. And one thing, people remember a lot of stuff, man. They'll be like, oh man, I remember this dude, man. He came out, he's from Little Rock. Sometimes people be like, yo, I wanna bring in some out of town talent, because they so tired of seeing the same people in the city. They want to bring some fresh faces in from another place, and then with Little Rock not being that far away, 2 hours or whatever, man. Shoot, man, I can drive, I can get on a bus, shoot, man, mega bus, you Greyhound or whatever you got to do, man, to get to wherever you're trying to go. And so it's I don't know, man. With that being said, if you're passionate about whatever you're doing, then just stick with it, man. Just do it. Just do it, man. One thing about it is, anytime you're in a relationship, that shit gonna be hard anyway, because that's a job within itself. So if you a regular full-time job, you got a relationship, that's a full-time job. Then you got your hustle, which is another full-time job. Come on, man. That's your whole day.
Yeah. There's too much time out, nigga, like Bill B. Hey,
whole day.
we
but
gonna go.
About it is, if you out there performing and you doing good, shit, what you talking about, man? Sometimes it's not 100% about the money, man. It's about the fact that some women just like somebody that's just grinding and hustling, and a lot of believe it or not, man, there's a ton of women that see the vision, bro. They see the vision. So like, I've never had that issue where a girl was like, hey, you ain't getting no money out here. You ain't getting no money out here. Because there was a lot of, ladies that just admired the grind. They passion, they admired the drive. And that's what attracted me to them. It wasn't the fact that, how much I'm getting paid for a show. It's the fact that this man out there killed the show, 500 people in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? A woman be like, yeah, that's my, you know what I'm saying? That's who I'm talking to.
Yeah. You think real world or the internet world these days? Because you think it ain't no excuse now. If you a comic based upon, you can load your show up right on your phone and put it on your Facebook or this page and that page. And if you let funny sometimes, you get right here. You feel me? Do you think that it's the real world or the internet? Because the internet should help now. I heard a lot of niggas out there hating on, everything getting monetized from Facebook to Instagram to this, that. Do you think it's a good thing out there to go sit all your shit on all platforms when you ain't even got no money yet? Feel me? All the streamers getting the money. Do you think that's a good thing when you're trying to first get started and get your money up, or leave that shit out there till you get your money right, then put on the stream? Which one's better to you out there to get heard these days?
It depends, man. Well, I don't know. Everybody got a different path to success. There's the people, in order to get monetized, you know what I'm saying, they gotta show that you worth getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But monetization comes from is the fact that you bring in views. People, they monetize through ads. If you don't have a big enough audience that they can target to run these ads for, you're not gonna get monetized. So in order to get monetized on Facebook or any of those platforms, you got to put up free content anyway. Because some places aren't going to monetize you until you have a certain amount of followers, or you get a certain amount of interactions. If those analytics ain't right, you ain't finna get no money anyway, bro.
Yeah.
With that being said, Facebook is an amazing platform to be able to promote. So use that to your advantage. Okay, if you're not getting monetized on Facebook yet, then find a way to turn that into physical cash. Okay, promote your merchandise, promote your show tickets. Whatever you do, use that platform to let your audience aware of whatever product or service that you may have for sale. That's a direct stream of money. That's going straight to you. Ain't got to wait on no check from somebody else. To me, that's just like residual income that you're looking for when you're looking for monetization through actual platforms, through like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
You think niggas sell out? You think niggas sell out too much for likes and shares of their money due to nigga you sold out for a smile? You feel me? You sold out for a like. You didn't try to get no money. You feel me? What you think about the like and share world? Cause you know it's like I say, you use it as a tool. You feel me? And people get caught up with their personal business sometimes. They don't even let the tool be shared enough. You feel me? What do you think about that part on that? And we're gonna go with that one question. And the second question about the COVID, bullying, suicide, and mental health. We're gonna do all four of them. What can you say about all of them?
Oh shit! What was the first part?
Hey, we were talking about the COVID with this, the COVID shot, how to pick the coming game. You know what I'm saying? Then we went from bullying, suicide, and the mental health part. And I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, of us all, like black people being at one thing and, you know, like we all be trying to sit back and wonder like, what's the best lane to go down sometime. And it's like dealing with everything from that COVID to mental health to suicide, you know what I'm saying, to bullying and stuff. What can you say about all that these days on this internet and what we use it as a tool for to people? Do you think that scare off a lot of laughter sometime and what's seen on the internet?
Um, that's a quite a complex question you just asked.
The reason why I asked that because, you know, just say you can be doing your thing, right? And then all of a sudden nigga shot up the shit. Like nigga shooting up shit don't go with laughter. You feel me? Or mental health don't go with laughter. You feel me? Or suicide don't go with laughter. What you feel where I'm coming from now? Like laughter is like, you know, it's a human, you know, spirit sometimes it make people feel good. You know, you get a good laugh sometimes and you'll be just fine if you got a good high sometimes. You feel me? It's like, what can you say about that mental health? How did that come to go with mental health, suicide, bullying? You know what I'm saying? All that, because you know that stuff people be saying. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Laughter good for the soul. You feel me?
Mhm.
But what can you use it for more than what you use your for to heal that type of stuff sometimes? Because people always look at, okay, we had a show tonight, but when he left, somebody got shot. You be like, man, come on, man. Everybody was in there laughing. How the hell they end up in a gunfight out there in the parking lot? You feel me?
Yeah.
A motherfucker went to a comedy show, but he overdosed last night. You feel me? You understand where I'm coming from? Like, I can laughter lead to all that sometimes, because, you know, laughter good for the soul. I'm trying to feel like, what do you get out of all the mental health issues that go with that? Because some people be doing a thug tizzle with the comic, and then all of a sudden, Eddie Kane, he over here, he in the news like a Cat Williams ass shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like now Illuminati after you. You understand what I'm saying? Like they get to having problems out there getting this money. You feel me? Nigga didn't know you were fucked up like that. What can you say about that, man? On people put on for that laughter. You can have everybody else laugh, but you the one can be suffering though. You feel me? Because
Well,
it not happening all of them on suicide, bullying, and you know what I'm saying, and all that. You know, mental health, all that. You feel me? All that go with that. Sometimes they be like, oh, all that didn't drive you to that. Man, just say you snorted cane. You feel me?
mhm.
Nigga, just say you was an alcoholic, nigga. You feel me? Stop putting it on that. You feel me? What can you say about people that put mental health and suicide and bullying and, you know what I'm saying, to the laughter part of, like, man, don't make yourself, like, it, you know how Richard Pryor was out there making all them laugh. Rich Pryor smoking that crack for real. They didn't try to give him no help till he was too bad off. Feel me?
Mhm.
As long as he was having people out there laughing, it was okay for them. The white folks say, oh, we gonna pay you because you got people out there laughing. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna save you either. You feel me? We gonna give you the money. We ain't gonna save you. But you got everybody laughing though. Feel me? What can you say about that mental health sometime, man? Because that's a important thing on all sorts of, like you said, when I was talking about the Will and Jada situation, we were going through problems probably. wife out here fucked them up all over her, kids over here knowing your business. Everybody grown now, but everybody judging their shit right here on social media and Instagram and all this. You know, that's mental health with that. And then on top of it, think about how it leads down and trickles down from this internet world out here, and people don't know who be suffering from that. What can you say about that mental health dealing with the comic world out there? You think they got a lot of hidden skeletons? What can you say?
Well, uh, mental health is rampant in a lot of different, like it's in music. A lot of musicians deal with, a lot of just entertainment in general. A lot of people, the arts to cope with, things that they're going through or whatever. So, a lot of times, you ever heard of that? A lot of people laugh to keep from crying. Uh,
Yeah, that's that. Like I say, good for the soul, right?
no,
But
it is, but some people have their highs, they have their lows. It might be
yeah,
to get on stage and have everybody laughing. You go out and rock out a crowd, and then you go home. When all the laughter is all gone and all the lights turn out. Those big stage lights
yeah,
out. It's just you. You know.
yeah,
So one thing about that is you have to take care of your mental.
yeah,
You can use it as an outlet, but it's not. That don't use that as your 100% therapy. Because
yeah,
that being said, when those shows aren't coming like they may have, and you like you said, people selling out for likes and stuff like that. What that is it's triggering a dopamine reaction in your brain. You know, a lot of people don't realize that. Like I didn't realize that a lot of when I started comedy and why I loved it so much was the fact that the feeling that I received when I got on stage and I was making these people laugh and I was people was having a good time and with these jokes that I wrote and
yeah,
that dopamine hit is so strong, man. And addictive. And that's how I realized I was like, hey man, I'm going out hitting these shows every night and doing stuff like that, get another dopamine hit. It's just like people on Facebook or Instagram or these different other social platforms that are
yeah,
uploading things or doing whatever to see those likes and to get that response, to get that feeling of
yeah,
love or whatever. And so that's why they keep dropping videos, or you'll start seeing their antics start getting more wild and more crazy and stuff like that because niggas is addicted to them views, man. Addicted to them likes.
yeah, yeah,
It's the
yeah,
dopamine rush. And with that being said, just like with any drug or anything else, you get your highs, you got your lows. When you can't get that hit or whatever, then you sad and you depressed. On top of whatever else you got going on in your life that you got to deal.
yeah,
So that's why people say well, we don't understand how that guy committed suicide or how that guy spazzed out at the end of the show. Yeah,
yeah,
good time, but that dope is gone, or something else is going on in their life, bro. That's coming out. Whatever they
yeah,
got going on with it. But yeah. At the end of the day, people are human. They got emotions. They feel different shit. Um, just because people are comedians or whatever, they get sad, man. People get upset. Shit happens to them. We deal with life just like everybody else. But the thing about it is, we just cope with it different. Just because you might smile all the time, or you happy all the time, or you make jokes about a lot of shit, you know, some people rather do that than be crying all the damn time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But at the end of the day, sometimes this shit gets to a point where the person all over. You don't see that happy person anymore. You don't see that smile. You know what I'm saying? What you do is see these hands or
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
I mean, it's a lot of shit going on out here in this world, man. That people are dealing with. Um, and touch on the Corona situation.
yeah,
Shut down. That shit was hard on a lot of different entertainers or people um that relied on people's support live and in person for their livelihood. How they
yeah,
musicians, party promoters, people that throw parties and shit. All these different people that aren't that don't have a stream of revenue now due to the fact that COVID has shut everything down. So now people scrambling, trying to figure out, okay, how we gonna get this paper now? You know what I'm saying? Now you see a lot of shit moving over to the metaverse or moving to another platform, or people streaming or shit online or video screen due to the fact that you can't be there in person. So
Yeah. Hey, you think from my gas prices out there to Biden, the orange man gone and Biden come, do you think this nigga fucked up everything? Everything. Why our stimulus check ain't came yet, you feel me? What can you say about the world these days? Do you think that they got all their money back since they sent it to us from the gas prices out there?
man,
Like we gave y'all that money out there. Well, we getting it back. Just remember, we getting it back one day. We gave you that PPP out there. We getting it back. Just know. How can you say the real life shit affecting all these high ass prices now and no milk and no, you feel what I'm saying? Nigga don't know who the fuck now. Boy, see, you can't go kill the baby no more. You gotta be skeptical who you fuck now. You feel me?
yeah.
Like, look, you feel me? He didn't rape you. He just don't like the work. You feel me now? Nigga, shit. Nigga lost a good job now. You don't want to, you feel me? What can you say about that, man? The real life crisis of worlds now, and the 2013 world, the 2030 world coming in. All the Biden done fucked up everything from the stimulus and shortage of milk and high gas price. They got all the money back, all the PP loans they gave and all that. What can you say about that world now?
Regardless of who the president is, I already know that they're just a puppet.
Yeah.
They're just a figurehead. They're the sacrificial lamb that's gonna take the blame or get the praise for whatever happens. A lot of people don't understand the way this globalized world that we're in. A lot of things that we depend on, are made in other countries. If you about it, but how does that get to where we go? It's got to get there some kind of way. It gets there through these large stuff like that. I know people that actually work in the shipping industry. So, I have some kind of insider knowledge on why there is a shortage on a lot of different shit. Due to a lot of things aren't coming into the actual United States itself, or there's a lot of goods that are actually waiting out in these ports. They can't get in because it's packed. It's backed up. Man, I don't know, man. I know all I can do is what I can do. Cause I can't change nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But,
hey, man, you just gotta. I don't know, man.
They fucked up out here, ain't it?
No,
hey,
man.
What do you think about them giving all the truck driver licenses out now, and it's hard to get a job out here because the gas high, and niggas out here on the side of the road can't afford the gas, or they're investing in trucks. They got to get repossessed now. What can you say about the trucking gang? You think it's a good thing to do, but you can't get no job now? You think you got to go where it's set to get a job? What can you say if you get the people out there getting a truck driving license? What's the best out? Since it ain't when the job dry up.
Shit, man. Trucking industry, from what I understand, there's a possibility that it can pretty toughly new trucks that drive themselves. Walmart has invested heavily in fleets of trucks that are self-driving that has no human driver whatsoever. So, the trucking industry, I don't know a whole bunch about it. I'm not really qualified to speak on it, but I mean, what I do know about it is, you can either work for a company or you can work for yourself. You can be an independent, contractor or whatever, own your own truck, and just get engaged based off of that. I know the gas prices is high, and that's tough. And what people don't realize is, everything petrol. Gas prices go up. The price of everything is gonna go up because of the fact that
Yeah.
transport those goods costs more. You know, anytime that overhead, the price is gonna go up because they ain't gonna lose. Not like that.
Oh no.
Not like that.
One more. Last couple two, man. Last two. What do you think about the Arkansas rap scene? You think we winning out here, or it's too much bullshit out, and niggas need to stop rapping, and the old ass rappers or the young ass niggas telling everything on the internet on themselves, trying to motherfucking drill rap, or you think that 2030 by 2030 everybody gonna be none, you can pour water on it and they think G's gonna strength up or something. We think we gonna be skinny jean 2030 all year if we don't get our music back. What can you say about the Arkansas rap scene out here? You think they finna dry us up with this bullshit, or we gonna get it back?
Man, it's some hard artists out here.
Yeah.
It's about promoting, man. Like I listen to a lot of things that like Dirt be talking about when he brings people on through interviews and stuff like that, and listen to a lot of game that he, a lot of people that's like live that life is saying, like, new music. Whenever you get through, it's still music. You can love it or hate
Yeah.
it. There's a new generation that's coming up, and it's a different sound. It's just like when we was coming up, or anybody else
Yeah.
coming up. The older music sounded different. A lot of people respect it, but they want to put their own twist on it. And
Yeah.
you can't hate that because what's gonna
Yeah.
happen? You're gonna get lost in the sauce, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If
Yeah.
people say at the end of the day it's music. At the end of the
You
day,
got to bar with it. You got to bar with it.
and they got people that's coming out and they supporting that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily talking about Arkansas. I'm just talking about music in general because I like a lot of new stuff, but at the same time, a lot of new stuff I do like. It's all about picking and choosing, man. You gotta adapt. Things gonna change. Nothing gonna stay the same. Nothing's gonna
Yeah.
stay the same. So, people say, man, you gotta bring real rap back. This, that, the third. What do you consider real rap? Like, do you real rap like back in the 70s when, with the hip hop era, things like that, or do you
Yeah.
consider rap, all that gangster shit, killing each other and gang banging and things like that? But hey, one thing about music, people are going to. What's happening is everybody ain't gang banging and stuff like that, but other people are just rapping about their life experiences and how they,
Yeah.
which may be totally different than how you may have came up. Arkansas, man, has a lot of amazing artists, amazing talent. I just feel like that. A lot of people don't just get out and network. Like I said, hitting the road. You got to go out and do other shows and get your name buzzing somewhere else. You got to get other people to fuck with you because, like, a lot of times you can't just make shit happen just at the crib.
Yeah.
Like, you if you from like the Southwest or whatever, and you don't go to the East End and have people play your music. How you gonna blow up across the state if you don't
Yeah.
just stay in one area and do shows in one,
Yeah.
deal with one genre or deal with one specific small group of people and hope that they push your music. Nothing. Rappers want other rappers to, man. Everybody trying to do the same thing, man. Everybody trying to
Yeah.
do shows, and man, you can't expect love and support from other people doing the same thing you doing because they're looking at you as competition.
Yeah.
Some people expect support or demand support or automatically think that they should be supported just because it's them, instead of based off the quality of their art or the quality of their work. Um, but going forward to Arkansas and music, and I think Arkansas is marketable. Arkansas is marketable because we still, to me, well, we got Back Row Freddy, we got people that's making some names, but still, it ain't nobody just to me just broke out yet. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, that nigga, you know what I'm saying? to me, ain't
You
no.
think we'll have our moment where everybody start flooding this way like they do Atlanta to get some Arkansas music in them? Cause you know we ain't everybody say Arkansas always up next. When 10 years later, what we gonna do? You feel me?
Well,
Just like they break your heart in the sports.
also
What you
comes
think
with
about?
build, like I said, building a community and building the scene, which is it's easier said than done. But like if you got enough buzz in your area where people is like, well, what the fuck is they doing over there? You know,
Yeah,
that make people want to come and see what's going on. Or like I said, you take that shit and you bring it over there and be like, man, y'all don't know what y'all missing with this. You
yeah,
sauce, man. But a lot of people do a good job, man. I know a lot of people that leave Arkansas and go to a bigger market. Also, you got to think about it. At the end of the day, our population is only so big. I mean, it's growing,
yeah,
but our population, even though we in the capital city, in Little Rock right here, our capital city don't have as many people as people small cities, in other places. So you also got to think about the amount of people. Arkansas can only do so much due to the fact that we only got so many people here.
yeah.
Atlanta,
Last one, man.
think about how many people in Atlanta. You got to think about how many people in these other places in Texas. Man, those people have a large population. They got a large population. Like in Arkansas, it's easy for everybody to know who you are because there ain't that many people here.
Yeah,
You know, and then when you break it down to like rap, comedy, stuff like that, you're breaking it down to a niche. Okay, now you're talking about people that watch comedy, people that listen to rap. So now you done slice the pie even smaller. So that's even fewer people. So I mean, there's only so many people in the area. So that's why
that's what.
you see a lot of huge shows coming here because of the fact that there's only so many people here. I mean, like you can't pack out a stadium if there's only 500 people in this town. You can't expect, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
a 20,000 seat arena when there's only 500 people in the town. So even if you pull the people in the surrounding towns, you ain't gonna get no more than 1,000. You know, and that's even
yeah.
best, even with the best artists. So
Yeah, man, it be hard these days, due to the violence. Sometimes it run everybody back in, and then everybody want to go in. They don't park a lot of pimp instead of go in here and take a chance on certain stuff. Sometimes. But last one, man, if you could change anything of your past, what would you do different?
I don't know. I think it's double. And I'm everything happens for a reason. Uh, no, anything in my past?
Yeah, anything.
I would have went to college.
Yeah,
I would have went to college.
yeah,
I wouldn't have took that. I don't think I would have went straight to college.
yeah,
Went jump straight to college instead of trying to take a year off or take some time off and then going that way. I ended up going to college, but I was in my 20s going to college. I probably graduated when I was 17. And in my head, me thinking I know every damn thing. I was like, well, I graduated early, so I'm gonna take a year off, and then I'm gonna go to college. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be
yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, when niggas graduate, they say I can go back to school later.
Right.
Man, don't burn your brain up. Don't do all that. Then you think you had them patience all over again. You feel me?
Yeah.
But when them patience gone, boy, it's over with. You feel me? You be like, God damn, how I'm getting back now? Sitting up in these 2-hour class sometime. Man, they about to kill me now.
Right.
You feel me?
And life starts life.
Yeah, yeah. One more. We gonna get one more. What about the child support out here? Do you think from the situation of the nigga out there that came and only fed his son McDonald's and watched the other kids out there starve, Or do you think every man responds for their responsibility when it's time to feed them? What can you say about that child support on niggas? Do you think what can you say with that part of that? I know you seen that online where the man brought the baby McDonald's and you would have bought the kids some McDonald's or something. What you would have did? You bought them some noodles. What you would did? You bought them some steak like her man. Or you would just say, "Come on, son, get out of the car and eat. I'll drop you back off the top." You know what I'm saying? What would you would have did? Or you think the mama was hungry? That's why she did that. What?
And that's tough, man. For real. Shit, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not. To be in that situation, bro. Um, I don't know, man. Like I don't know how that's
Yeah.
a tough one, man. Like I said, man, all my kids are by the same woman, man. So
Hey, I feel the same way. I'm just saying, like, damn, man, I gotta start on the kids. That nigga daddy, why you didn't bring that nigga dad in this? He a part of this too. He's a part of your son out there hungry. Don't just say I brought my son McDonald's, you mad at me. You need to go call his dad, tell him, hey, I got a couple dollars on this, so you feel me? Don't just put it on the back. The man that took initiative on responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at the shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean,
now, even though I got a good heart, I would buy all of something to eat. You feel me? But I just can't see myself. Why you gonna put it on the internet though? You feel me?
the breakdown in communication, man. You know, I don't know if she specifically requested for her to bring food to everybody, or if she just called him like, "Well, your son over here hungry." But man, if he said that, the man went over there and brought her you know, his son some, or you know, his child some food. He did what he was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but I can see where she's coming from. If everybody in there starved and only one person got something to eat, then yeah, like I like you said, I probably would have just grabbed my, you know, individual child or whatever. I don't know what his relationship is with them other kids though. They've been
Yeah, I just like kids ain't got nothing to do with it. They innocent bystanders,
yeah,
but
like,
goddamn.
yeah, if he's had it to them kids before in the past, then you know damn well other kids in there probably hungry too or whatever. So, you know, like I said, there's more information that needs to be brought to the light before anybody
Yeah.
situation.
Hey.
You know how everybody got an opinion on stuff, but you know they're just based off of limited information. Man.
Yeah. And
But
it make they clip shit, make shit look like it's the man fault or is the woman in to tell everything or you said that mislead information sometimes. But yeah, man, nice talking to you out there, man. Know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you still the truth out there. You need to go on and, know what I'm saying, introduce some shit. You feel me? I see you can. Go on and put your whole show together.
yeah, man.
That's all you need to go on and do, man. Go on and do that, man. I see you can go on and do that. I see you calm now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And, hey, man, I was telling people you was in the movie, the hog tie, you know what I'm saying? Killer Wayne made shit, you know what I'm saying? They should have put you out there more, man. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I feel like I'm trying to do part 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether Theodore want to do it. I don't know if he gave up. I was trying to get it and get going and do something else with it. That's why I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's a good experience to have that on your team. But what can they catch you at, man? Where are you at? Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, email, TikTok. What can they catch you at, man?
Man,
Some of your material.
I'm thinking about breaking down TikTok finally, man. I'm not on TikTok. About breaking down the TikTok. You know, just my name on Facebook. Instagram is Ron Will Win, RONWIN. I haven't really as active on that as I should lately, but you know, like I said, I'm getting back at it. Taking a little hiatus. You know, I'm popping back at it. Everybody definitely gonna see a whole lot more than before.
Yeah, that's what's up. Shit, man. But get on, man. My damn battery about to go out of here. I don't want to let Blake you out of here. But this South Arkansas Trill Talk Part 83. Tuned in with Ronel Williams, man. You know what I'm saying? Arkansas Beats on the comic out there, man. Check them out, man. Much love out there, man. Salute you out there. One love out there, y'all, for who tuned in. Much love, man.
All right, appreciate it, bro.
One.
Yeah.